my fellow legendaries? Quasi here, and today I'm bringing you an update video on my Slushy deck. I'm planning on doing something like one of these, maybe a week, and it's just going to be simple cards that I've found that came out, or new cards that have been released that help the deck out. So, this week's update video, you can look at the main deck. I've made some different decisions in the main deck. I've cut a copy of Dupe Frog and a copy of Poison Draw Frog to get 2 copies of Flip Flop Frog. If you don't know what it does, pause the video and you can read that. I explained it in the duel video. If you decide you didn't want to watch that, that's fine. Just, yeah, I actually recorded this before this, so I'm last night, so I think Camtasia needs to get their crap together, because I didn't even pay for it. So people who actually pay for this have half the trouble that I have. They're gonna get a crap ton of complaints. Just saying. Okay. So yeah, that should have been enough for a Flip Flop Frog moment to read it. Other cards I added. I might bump Sea Lancer up to 3. I bumped Lemuria up to 3 in case you didn't see my deck video where I explained Onion Rings from Saturn, aka Nub, I believe, from here. He said to bump Lemuria up to 3 since Live Dragon Daedalus can be a bit of a dead card. And I just dumped 1 copy of Mystical Space Typhoon from Ray of Greed. Also, now for the key discussion that I wanted to talk about for this deck. So I found some new Xyz monsters that I thought would be interesting. So yeah, let's start. Lava Volchain requires 2 level 4 monsters. I replaced Maestro the Symphony de Jin with it. If you're actually thinking about using this card in real life and you don't have it, just use the Jin. It's like a $2 card that's in the starter deck. You can get a lot of other stuff like Utopia and a copy of Cyber Dragon and some good spell and trap cards in it. But anyway, yeah, and you don't have to drop $25, which is like twice as much as a starter deck is. That's pretty outrageous right now, but it's a pretty darn good card. Its effect is, once per turn, you can detach 1 Xyz material from this card to activate one of these effects. Either send 1 card from your deck to the grave, which is basically a Foolish Burial on legs. Yeah. Or choose 1 monster in your deck and place it on top of your deck. This is the key. Basically, it has Swap Frog-esque effect of being able to dump a Slushy or Rodent Toad in the grave to get your combos going. But it also has a backup effect of basically being like, okay, you need more Swap Frogs to get your combos going because you have a lot of Dead Waters in your hand. Lava Volchain's effect, place them on top of your deck. Okay, but this also brings up some different things, because as earlier today, one of the reasons I'm actually doing this is me and Crobat played a game. He was using Lava Volchain. He was using a Heretic deck, I believe. Heretic, the ones with the beast monsters, not the Heretic dragons. But yeah. And I was like, because one of their effects is you get to special summon a Psychic Xyz monster from your graveyard. So I looked at all those Xyz monsters, and I read, what is he? Sea Serpent? What? How is he a Sea Serpent? He's flaming. Sea Serpent on fire? Does that make any sense to anyone? I mean, we laughed about it for like 2 minutes. So yeah. And good reason Sea Serpent is the deck actually revolves around Sea Serpents. I haven't actually explained this extra deck, but Atlantean Marksman has an effect that if I inflict battle damage to your opponent, you can special summon a level 3 or lower Atlantean Sea Serpent type monster from your deck. So you pretty much special summon Tridon. That's what he played. I run Tridon in this deck, and Tridon's effect, first of all, since you attacked, made them take battle damage, and you special summon Tridon, he's allowed to attack too. So now they take 1600. And then, so the key effect is, you can tribute this card in 1 Sea Serpent monster. Special summon 1 Poseidon the Atlantean Dragon, this guy, from your hand or deck, and all monsters your opponent controls lose 300 attack. Okay, so about this card. You might be wondering, you could just tribute your Marksman, but Marksman gives you options to special summon monsters. Let you special summon the other one of these, allowing you to make another Poseidon the next turn, possibly, reducing your opponent's attack even more. So another play would be, use Lava Volchain, use all of its Xyz materials, or basically be like, summon him just for 1 turn, because your opponent's a stronger monster, use him as tribute fodder for Tridon, make Beside lower all your opponent's attacks a little bit, and then slam into something, or just sit there and be a monster. So yeah, I feel like that's a pretty good play. That's one of the reasons that's pretty much the reason the all chain is in the deck. But yeah, also I've put a copy of Armor Kappa. I'm gonna explain all the level 2 XYZ monsters that I haven't gone into. This guy's really good. I cut the copy of Levier the Sea Dragon because I never use it, and its effect has to be for level 4 or lower, so I can't re-special summon too many cards. Basically just frogs. Anyway, its effect, once per turn, you can attach when it exceeds the monster material from this card. It gains either 1000 attack or 1000 defense. That's a good effect of it, because you either become offensive, sort of like the Augusto Phoenix. He's a cheaper version of the Augusto Phoenix in that regard. He's also water. And in the other regard, he can get 2000 defense and be basically a gachi. He's psychic if that somehow affects your deck, but I don't think it would. But his other effect is key. During either player's battle step. I don't know why I say battle step, but okay. When a monster you control battles, you can discard one card. That's a key thing. It gives you discard fodder for your dead cards in hand, like your dead Slushies. This turn, monsters you control cannot be destroyed by battle, and you take no damage from battles involving them. You can only use the effect of Armor Kappa once per duel, but honestly you probably only have to use it once, because I only run one Armor Kappa, and you basically be like, detach one exceeds material, make Armor Kappa either 1400 attack or 2000 defense, then your opponent goes, you use Armor Kappa as effect, discard a card, prevents any monsters from being destroyed by battle. You take no battle damage from him. And the next turn, you make him 2400 attack or 3000 defense, which is pretty key. Or it can be 2600 attack or 3200 defense if you're under Lemuria. So yeah, I'm going to test Armor Kappa. I think it would work really well. And I recommend you do too, because as you can only use its effect only once, it's fine. But it gives you Rodent Tone vibe. You can be like, detach, make him 1400. Then during your opponent's turn, when your opponent's tries to attack, and then you discard a card, you can discard a frog. And then Rodent Tone can be like special summoned and stuff. It gives you a lot of good fodder. You can dump another Slushy. But yeah, I'm rambling a little bit. This video is longer than it was the last time I recorded it. Yeah, I've explained Armor Kappa, you know what the Augusto Phoenix and Gachi Gantitsu does, pretty much. I want to go over Herald of Fateful Light. You can detach when it exceeds material from this card. Then target one monster in the graveyard. Add this deck target to the hand, and shuffle one card in the hand into the deck. You can only use Herald of Fateful Light once per turn. So that basically means that since it's not at the top, it's at the bottom. It means that you can only use its effect once per turn. Even if you make 2 at once, you can only use one of their effects that turn. So yeah, you could possibly run this if you somehow have a copy of this guy. Be like, grab me my Swap Frog back, return Slushy into the deck. So you can send it to the graveyard with Swap Frog effect, and like dump Poseidra or something from your hand that you can't send from the deck to the grave. It's not a bad effect. You can always run this Herald of Fateful Light if you can't afford the Augusto Phoenix. Though I recommend Armor Kappa before. Or even Dark Mist. You can read Dark Mist effect. I really don't want to go into it. It's a pretty nice effect. Go ahead, just read it quick. It requires 3 level 2s, which is the reason I'm not personally running. But there's a dark version of him coming out, a chaos version, and that might actually get me to run him. I might go over that when it comes out, along with some new stuff for mermails that actually help this deck out. So yeah, that's pretty much that. Also, a card that I'm actually having a revelation about right now is what's that? Mermail? Mermail Abyss Spike. When this card is normal special summon, you can discard one water monster to the graveyard, add one level 3 lower monster from the deck to hand. It's only level 3, but if you're running a weird version of this deck, you might be able to use that card. So yeah, that's just me bringing up cards that I just thought of right now. And yeah, you guys might be able to figure out how to use that to your advantage. Let's go back. Level 2. Level 2. No mermails. I'm sorry, I'm real professional, aren't I? Xyz. Why can't it be like you have 2 of these open at once? Shining Elf. This is another option. It's actually released in America, the TCG, if you want to use this card. When your opponent normals or special summons a monster, except during the damage step, you detach when it exceeds mission value from this card. That monster allows just 500 attack. This can be used for problematic cards that like something that's like stronger in Poseidra, which that can have trouble dealing with. That you weaken to a point where you actually can cope with it. If it's stronger in Poseidra, like it's 3,000, you're probably making it 2,500, which this deck can actually deal with pretty well. Sea Lancer can deal with most cards, but early game you might need some Shining Elves to protect you. So yeah, that's my input on this deck for this week. In update videos. So yeah, this would probably be like Slushy updates 1.1. If you actually really enjoy this deck and you want to follow along, I'm probably gonna do one of these once or twice a week. And just go into like new cards that have been released and stuff like that. So yeah, if you really like this series, leave a like rating, comment, subscribe, do your thing. And just let me know if you like this idea. Until next time, this is Rainquaza signing out. Peace, YouTube.